Howdy guys and dolls out there in YouTube land, my favorite keto friends and family. I've missed you guys overnight, I really have. Not really, I've been watching, but anyway. Today, for me, I'm Keto Diamond. If you don't know me, I'm awesome and crazy and you'll love me eventually. So anyway, today is my 738th day of being a ketogenic dieter and I'm still loving it. I absolutely adore it. And you know, you used to hear a lot that keto is unsustainable, but there's new research out now that's saying keto is far more sustainable than any other diet. Like I didn't know that. Like you didn't know that. And if you didn't know that, now you know that. So anyway, I'm going to show you what I ate yesterday. I'm going to give you a breakdown of my macros and show you why I was a little bit scared, but it turned out all right in the end. So anyway, check this out. But first, if you're new to me, don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell because you're going to want to hear what I got to say. And I talk about it a lot. And by it, I mean keto because it's a keto channel. Anyway, thumbs up, subscribe, share, ring the bell, all that stuff that helps my channel grow and makes me feel really loved. Check this out. It's 2:30 p.m. breaking my fast with a double baconator. I also had a couple of pork rinds as this cooked, and now I'm hungry and I'm gonna eat this. Guys, I'm having two grilled chicken breast patties with about a serving of, probably about 2 servings of ranch actually, and I did put some butter on it to add a little more fat to it. 30 p.m. third meal. Hopefully tomorrow or the next day I'll be able to move down to 2 meals a day. But when I first kick myself a couple days later, over the next couple days, it's important for me to just stay full. So that and some Diet Cherry Dr. Pepper, and I'm happy. So I had 2 Ghirardelli squares. I had them one after each meat meal today, and I've had about 2 ounces of cheese, cheddar. So I'm doing my calories and everything a little bit differently today for a reason, so you can see the breakdown. Okay, so everything I ate yesterday was 3,060 calories, 12 carbs, 252 grams of fat, and 186 grams of protein. Now that's going by putting it in MyFittnessPal as it's listed on the label. 73 grams of fat cooked off of my beef patties. And when I weighed it out and times it by 9, because every gram of fat is 9 calories, that is 657 calories that I got to deduct. Now 16 grams of protein came from the pork rinds, and they do not count as complete protein. They do, however, count towards your calories. So I just deducted it from the protein. So technically, I had 170 grams of protein, 179 grams of fat, 12 grams of carbs, and in total, my calories were 2403. So I was a little concerned, but I'm not now, so I'll get to that in just a minute. So I hope all of you know that this is BS. You're not going to drop 20 pounds every 10 days. You don't need more carbs. Alrighty, you guys. So yesterday was a day of eating. That's pretty much all yesterday was a day of eating. I was concerned upon seeing just how much I stuffed into my mouth. Especially concerned with the Ghirardelli's chocolate. They're 86% dark chocolate. If you're new to keto, if you're new to getting off sweets, you probably won't like them. My kids don't care for them very much. But I've been keto so long and I'm so over sugars and sweets that those actually taste pretty sweet and pretty good to me. So I can eat them without any problem whatsoever and enjoy them, unfortunately. So usually when I do include one, I try to only have 1 in a day. I was concerned because I had 1 after both of the sets of burgers I had yesterday. I was like, that's probably gonna mess me up. It did not. Yay. My protein was extremely high. I was a little concerned about that because while new research shows that, or says that protein does not kick you out of ketosis, it does tend to spike some people's insulin levels, which might bring your ketones down some. So, I mean, you'll have to take that with a grain of salt. It's just the research I heard and read about. It is interesting, but you have to do what's best for your body as always. So if you think protein is too much for you and it's causing you issues, then you might want to back down on it just a little bit. But make sure you meet your minimum protein goal for the day, because protein is very important for your body and you don't want muscle wasting, okay? You want to come out of this healthier than you went into it. So protein is important, so make sure you meet your minimum goal, but you don't have to overkill like I did yesterday. Those 2 chicken breast patties got me, y'all. And sometimes my protein's a little high, but generally not 170 grams high or 186 grams, however you want to put it. And again, pork rinds are incomplete protein. It even says so on the package, but you can go do some research on that and find out for yourself. Ooh, speaking of research, my goodness, new research came out that Thomas DeLauer talked about today about how I'm so sorry, God, my brain stopped for a minute there. How your DNA is changed by burning ketones. And it's new, groundbreaking, earth-shattering, earth-quaking research to me because it unlocks processes in the body that we normally cannot unlock. Legitimately, your brain functions much higher, much better, and a lot of the things that plague us mentally, depression, anxiety, are better on keto. They're taken down a peg and in some cases cured and healed. I've never been a depressed person. I'm goofy as hell. I have my moments like anybody. I can get depressed. I can throw me a pity party like you wouldn't believe. But in general, I don't go days on end or weeks on end with depression. And anytime I do feel depressed, I go watch something funny. It always kind of helps me kick out of it, or I find people that make me laugh. My kids, if I'll turn around and like kick my son's chair and let him know I want a conversation, we'll talk and laugh. Or I can turn around and just slap shit out of my daughter. I know that sounds terrible. She's got this meaty part on her arm. If I slap it, she'll slap me back, and we'll have like a little slap fight, and it's fun. And it can sting like a beast, though, I got to tell you. The smaller and smaller my arms get, the more and more the bones are out there. But it's still fun. So there's things that take me out of depressive moods. And if you have things, I don't recommend you go around smacking people's arm, but if you have moments of depression, try to find ways to bring yourself out of them, because that can happen on keto too. It generally happens when I've kicked myself a couple days later, when I'm coming back into ketosis. I'm trying to get back into a full state. It's kind of like my body's fighting me a little bit and saying, hey, we need some sugar and the world sucks. So and we don't need no sugar. We do not. So anyway, but keto changes your DNA. It unlocks processes throughout the body. I definitely recommend you go watch Thomas's video. I did share it on my YouTube page group, Keto Diamond group, and I shared it on the Keto Community Bulletin Board group, which I also started. So you guys feel free to join either one of those groups. Let's talk about my weigh-in. I'm sorry, I get excited about science, and that kind of just takes over everything, y'all. Everything. So yesterday, I weighed in at 181.2. Today, 179.8. 1.4 pounds down. Yes. Even after eating all that damn food, I was like, oh boy, it's going to be bad tomorrow. I got some explaining to do. I'm going to have to get on here and tell these people how stupid I am yet again. Which I am kind of dingy sometimes, but I'm also very bright. I know, right? High IQ, but I do some of the dumbest shit. I really do. But it's okay. It's fine. I'm completely used to it. I was, of course, over the last 4 or 5 days, the offending queen too. Not only with keto, but with other things. But you know what? Let me just go ahead and say, I meant no offense to anybody, to things they like and enjoy. Although I knew that I couldn't put that video out there without somewhat offending some folks. But it is the way I see it. And I was being honest and accurate as far as I can tell. Now, of course, we're all different. And again, if you see a keto product that you want to try it. I have no problem with you trying things, because God knows I try every damn thing. Don't usually work out, but I try it. So anyway, try those products if you really want to try them. They're not necessary. You don't have to have them in your diet, but you can try them. But pay attention over the next 24 to 48 hours how your body feels. Do you feel great? Is your weight going down? Does your measurements go down? If you're doing okay that way, then you can have that product. If you feel great, if you're still... Now, a lot of you don't have ketone meters, and a lot of you don't have the urine strips. But if you have those, use them, check them, and see how that product really affects your body. If it's a negative effect, do not use it. If it's a positive effect, if it works out for you, congratulations, you found something new you can have in your diet. Yeah, and for me, those are amazing moments. I mean, I have preached about that performance nut butter. Why? Because I find so few things I can use on keto. The problem is that performance nut butter is expensive, and I'm poor. However, I don't know how much it really costs to make macadamia nuts, cashews, and blend them all together in a butter, because I know when you change it from a solid to a butter, it takes a lot more. So it may just have to be that price. I don't know. All I know is it was good and I could have it and it doesn't kick me. And yeehaw, I found something I can have. So, by the way, anything I talk about that I talk positively about is in the description below. So if you want to check it out, if you want to get you some, it's down there. Okay, so all that being said, I'm very thrilled. I'm going to insert my way in here and then I'll tell you about some other stuff that's pretty awesome. Yes, I cleaned out my refrigerator yesterday because it needed it. There was no place to stick nothing else because technically there are 3 families. Sorry. There are 3 families living in this household, technically. Me and my husband, my son, Destiny, and Zach, and Corey and Aaron and Anthony are here all the time. So our refrigerator is overfilleth, okay? Overflowing. You open the door, something's liable to smack you on the toe. It's going to fall out. It's going to hurt. It's the whole thing. So anyway, grandson ran up down the hallway with the dog. What the hell was that? Oh, my goodness. I went to dig into the refrigerator, like, I need to clean some of this out. Surely some of this is trash. Oh, a lot of it was. There was Destiny's rotten pears in there. Corey had some rotten carrots in there. Yeah. I had 7 almost completely eaten bags of pork rinds in there. 7 bags of Max pork skins with that much in it. Looked like the hard crunchy bits were still in there. For some reason, I kept them instead of, I feed them to the dogs and cats because they love them. So I went ahead and put it in the dog bowl, and they all gathered around, and they were thrilled. But yeah, 7 almost completely eaten bags of pork skins in the refrigerator. How genius am I? Somebody asked me what happened to the diamond background. It is still here in the house. Barbara B. Keto sent me one of these rather, and I actually have several of these on my Amazon wish list if you should like to buy some. But these are just shower curtains. But they make pretty backgrounds, different backgrounds. So I selected quite a few of them. I put them over on the wish list. And as I get time, I will be purchasing stuff like this to change the background a little bit. This one, in hindsight, might not have been a good idea. The other day, a massive wolf spider, tried to lay her eggs on the tree. I was like, trees in the house might not be a good idea. But if you missed that video the other day, I showed the spider. That was one ugly bitch. And we know it was a girl because she had a big old egg sack on her hiney. Yeah, I hate spiders. How many times am I going to say that to you? By the way, guys, I know that I'm very active right now. I'm very open right now. But right this minute, today, I am sick. I am very, very sick. I'm trying not to act it on camera. I have coughed once or twice, I think. But, yeah, the change of the season is definitely coming. Change of the seasons is definitely coming. The stuff coming out of my nose and throat is just phenomenal. Phenomenal amounts. My eyes have been watering. I've tried very hard to not wipe at them because otherwise I'll get the red crusty stuff. So yeah, sometime yesterday afternoon, it just started like flowing and coughing and hacking. And initially I thought, well, maybe I'm being kicked because I ate all that crap. But my ketones are still great. This doesn't exactly feel like the same sinusy stuff I get. Usually when I kick myself and I get sinus stuff, it's all across here. My nose will stop up and my head will hurt. So that's not what this feels like. It just feels like, ugh. I can't even explain. It's seasonal allergies. Oh my goodness. Zach starts school this month. My 5-year-old grandbaby starts school in just a few weeks. Now technically, if he was going to school in the county we live in, he would be starting school on this Thursday. However, we are trying to put him into the county next to us because it's a better school system. Well, okay, let me explain. So, we had a big, beautiful house 4 miles from here that I missed so much. Oh my God. I had a dining hall, people. You could take the house we live in right now, saw it in half, put it side by side, and stick it in my other living room. I'm not even kidding. Plus, I would have had feet and feet and feet above because it had 12-foot ceilings. My bedroom was a massive monster that you could have 2 queen-size beds, a major TV in, a couch, a love seat, a section. You could have everything in that room you could possibly need in a bedroom. The kids' bedroom was just as big. I had a room devoted to laundry that's bigger than my living room now, which was great because the litter box could live in the laundry room and I don't have to smell it every time I walk into the damn house. I had a nice kitchen. I miss it so much. I don't miss the bills that came along with it, okay? I don't miss those because my light bill was always $500. Always. My gas bill in the wintertime was always $500 to go with the $500 light bill. Well, $300 in the wintertime, you know what I mean. And then we had gas, water. I miss it. I miss it so dearly. I just don't miss the bills at all. So when I lost my job and a few weeks later my husband lost his job, my dad's like, hey, this place is just sitting abandoned on my property for 25 years. Do you want it? God, I wish I'd ran like hell. I'm not really. I wish that I had the money to fix it up. And one day I will restart my, I have a set of videos here, or a series. Something's going on with my camera. Hold on, I don't know if I'm stopped or not. Alright, you guys, so my phone is running out of memory. I'm going to have to get off here, get this video uploaded, and reset this phone to factory specs. It's supposed to have great memory. I haven't had this phone but since February. It's got a great camera. It's supposed to have great memory. But apparently not. So, let's factory reset this bitch. Anyway, I'm sorry I had to cut everything short. But I think that's all I needed to say today anyway. Don't forget, get you a Shashka bracelet in the description below for 40% off. I love them. They last forever. Or they're guaranteed to last forever. If not, send them back. And there's some other products and stuff in the description, including keto t-shirts and t-shirts I designed that you guys will love. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow. I'll be back soon. Bye. Love you.